When you first sat down and actually watched the Bangin' on Little Rock documentary, how old were you, and what were your initial thoughts? Even if you didn't even understand everything, what were your initial thoughts when you first saw that documentary?
I was about 10 or 11. I said, "Dang!" I said, "Man, we really got gangs down here." I said, "Dang!" I said, "It was going down like that." So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I'm like, man, I was shocked, really. I said, "We actually got Bloods and Crips down here for real." Then when I started going to school, I started seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, like I am in a gang city. Because when I was living in St. Louis, like, wasn't no kids gang banging. Like, when I moved back to Little Rock, kids was gang banging. So I said, banging Little Rock, they put an effect on it. Like, everybody, basically, that gang banging in Little Rock, if a kid in a gang in Little Rock, 9 times out of 10 because of banging in Little Rock, 9 times out of 10.
Wow.
Because the neighborhood a kid lived in, you know what I'm saying? He might was a kid living in a blood neighborhood, probably. He wasn't banging as a kid, but he knew that neighborhood he lived in was a blood neighborhood, so now he banging blood or something. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with any gang. If a kid stayed in a Crip hood in the 90s, 9 times out of 10, he gonna claim that hood. He gonna claim Crip. He ain't got to get put down. He ain't got to get initiated. As long as they know you stayed in that hood, oh yeah, he Crip. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in that Crip hood for a long time. Like, that's what it was about, really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To be honest.
After that documentary came out, did the city try to clean up? Did the officials try to clean up the city because it brought a negative image?
Oh, yeah. They so did, because they didn't know that documentary was going to be big like this worldwide. Then you got to realize Arkansas, it's a retirement state. So a lot of these white people, they didn't really like that spotlight on the city like this. They didn't like it. So they shut a lot of shit down. Like, they did a zero tolerance. Like basically, you know what I'm saying? They shut, like, after that documentary, man, a lot of them OGs and everybody was in prison. Oh yeah, they did that. Yeah, they shut some shit down. But like the kids in my generation, that was the after effect of banging on Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because the police and everything, the feds, they shut all that banging down though. The banging died for like 3-4 years, I believe, down here during that time. Yeah. People still was banging, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like it was like when Bang Little Rock first came out. It slowed down. You got realize all them neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, got the jump out boys, got the hopping out, you know what I'm saying, locking everybody up. So then our generation came on down the line, you know what I'm saying. After they was locked up, it was like our generation, like, picked up the dirt they made, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was our generation really was like the after effects of Banging on Little Rock. Because I'm born in 89. You know what I'm saying? So the early 2000s, that's like my generation started probably like people in my generation, they probably didn't start jumping off the porch until like the early 2000s, really. Early 2000s or mid 2000s, something like this. Yeah, so that's all.
Okay. Yeah, that documentary was huge, man. I'm in Los Angeles, born and raised, and we are, quote unquote, the gang capital of the country. Crips and Bloods started here. It's spread out throughout the country. And I can't even lie. Everyone in LA was fascinated with that documentary. Me, myself, I'm not even lying when I told you I've seen it 50 times. You know what I'm saying? And that may be undercutting it, but I know it. You know, there was a point in my time when I was a kid, and it was one of those videos that traveled around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And then it came on HBO or something like that. We're like, oh shit, let me record this real quick. And now I have my own copy. And it was amazing, you know, being, like I said, from Los Angeles and seeing the gangs from our perspective out here and being like, damn, they're doing that in a small town in Little Rock. And not only that, they're out banging us. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anyone back in the day in LA, but Little Rock was it was crazy, man. So looking back now, do you understand, or do you know why it was such a big phenomenon?
Yeah, man. Because like you look back on it, really, you gotta realize, man, it was the drugs. Really, you ask me. You gotta realize drug connects. Like, you might got a dude from Cali, he a blood or he a Crip, and he might got a mean connect on the drugs. He come down here with a price, and this dude might be a neutral dude, but he getting his work from the Crips. So the neighborhood he lives in, he like, shit, we might as well be Crips now. Like, all that stuff came from drugs, really, if you ask me. Like, it came from drugs. Like, basically, like, the Bloods and Crips came down here with the work, and flooded everybody with it. And now if you got a blood connect, on some drugs, your neighborhood might be a blood hood. Like if you a Crip, like if you getting work from a Crip, you know what I'm saying, your neighborhood 9 times 10 gonna be Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like it really was the drugs back in the 90s and the 80s and 90s. Really, it was a drug thing. Really, that's what it was. It wasn't because they wanted to be Crips and Bloods. It was the crack, man. If you really look at it, the reason why gangs down here in Little Rock is because of the crack era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize LA, that's the crack capital too, from my knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody getting their work from. So 9 times out of 10, all them dudes from LA, a lot of them probably got banned from LA. Probably the police banned them from over there. So like, dang, where can we go? Everything hot in LA. So they start going out of state. You know what I'm saying, and shipping their shit off, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happened, really. It was the drugs, really. That's why Blood and Crip died, because of the drugs, the drug game. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's
how I look at it.
That's a definite.
It's the drug. It was the drug game back in the 90s. That's what it was. That's how everything and blowed up.
Break down the different sections of Little Rock. You know, Southwest, etc. What and what areas people should avoid if they're not familiar with Little Rock, Arkansas.
All right, man. Little Rock, the sections. Okay, like Southwest, like it's big, and Southwest, it's its own world in Little Rock. Like basically, Southwest, the area where you can be from anywhere in Little Rock and move out here, fit in with everybody. Because Southwest it's like a mixture of everything. It's the Mexican capital, Little Rock. Like it's a lot of Mexicans in Southwest, a lot of them. But the thing with Southwest, it was a white area back in the day. But all the white people, they left Southwest, and all the blacks started coming out here because they threw all the projects. They threw a lot of projects down in Little Rock, and everybody migrated to Southwest. So everybody started coming to Southwest. The whites really left. Really, the whites left. The blacks came and terrorized it. Then later on down the line, the Mexicans really came and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. But yeah, like Southwest, I ain't gonna lie, Southwest, the main spot in Little Rock, you got to be on your shit. Southwest. Really, man, it's really, I'm going to say, really everywhere, man, you got to be on your shit. But the main areas you got to worry about, really, I say Southwest, really, because that's what everybody is. Everybody in Southwest. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically, you can be in any gang in Southwest. Like, Southwest is known for GDs, of course, you know what I'm saying? But you can be in any gang and come to Southwest, because Southwest is big. Like, it's real big out here in Southwest. And like I said, it's the Mexican capital of Little Rock. So we got Mexicans, we got whites, we got Indian people. It's a mixture in Southwest, really. It's a mixture, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay, then you got the West Side, you got the West End. See, it's confusing. So you got West Little Rock too. See, West Little Rock, that was like the good part in the beginning. You got West Little Rock, then you got the West Side of Little Rock. The West Side of Little Rock, that's the hood. See, if you're from Little Rock, you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you got West Little Rock, that used to be like the suburbs, but the hood that came out there now. Then you got the West Side. The West Side, like you got West Side, it's big. You know what I'm saying? The West Side big. Then you got the East Side. You got the East End. Then you got the South Side. You got the South End. Then you got North Little Rock.